To this channel, my friends, and let's just dive into another basic for the path of contemplation. And today it's about what they call the beginner's mind. So, we will, of course, proceed on the path when we stick to our practice, and we may even come to experiences of great bliss, peace, love, and probably we will just want to stick to them, cling to them, or look upon ourselves as elevated on the path, and our ego can even jump onto those experiences and claim them and morph into a kind of spiritual superego. And that's why it's so important to stay humble on the path, because our ego has this great ability to come back into the game again and again and make everything into its own experience or success. And so we really have to root ourselves in what they call the beginner's mind, and to be vigilant on this path. Beginner's mind is about protecting us against arrogance or even ignorance, because even when we come into these blissful states, sooner or later we will find ourselves in the grip of ego again. And this does not only happen to literal beginners, but to everyone on the path. There is this beautiful story of the famous Buddhist teacher Pema Chodron, who writes in one of her books about an experience. She was driving in a bus, and a state of great bliss and love came over her, and she had tears in her eyes and felt so much love and connection for her fellow travelers. And yeah, it was just pure bliss. And this state went on for, I don't know, a few hours, and then she came back into her office where she met her secretary. The lady told her she had forgotten an important letter or what it was. And the famous teacher fell out of bliss into great anger and yelled at the lady. And when she came back into herself, she was so ashamed of herself. And so falling off of the path happens to the greatest teachers. And that's why it's so important to be rooted in humility and to know and accept that we don't have all the answers, and we don't always have our ducks in a row. We can fall from grace, and this is just a sign that more healing and more work is needed. So it's about staying vigilant on the path and open-heartedly surrender to what comes up. Whatever it is, thoughts, emotions, beliefs, we just observe them and let them go. And we are always ready to receive feedback or support, because sometimes others can see more clearly than we can ourselves what is going on with us. So it needs strength and mastery to be humble enough to look into the unconscious and acknowledge that we struggle and need help. That's what this beginner's mind is all about, and it is a means to protect ourselves from our ego, from our arrogance, and just stay on the path. And when our ego arises, we don't fight it, we don't suppress it or try to destroy it, but just allow it, embrace it, and meet it with great love and peace. And we do it until our very last breath, as my teacher Craig Holiday puts it, because we are always pilgrims on this path of silence, of contemplation, and so that's what I wanted to bring forward. I hope this is helpful for you guys. If you like it, give me a thumbs up or even subscribe to this channel. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all probably next week, my friends. So be blessed. Bye-bye.